Hey guys, Harsh here and welcome back to Technolobe. Now, I've been using the Asus Zenfone Max Pro M2 for about a week and it's been an incredible experience. Today in this video, I'm going to talk about the top 5 features of the Asus Zenfone Max Pro M2. Man, that's a long name. So in this video, I'm just going to call it the M2. Without wasting any more time, let's roll that intro. So as always, let's go in reverse order, and at number 5 we have the display. So this phone has an awesome display. It is full HD plus, it is an IPS LCD panel, it is color accurate, it is bright enough so that you can use it in outdoor conditions, and it feels very good when you use this device. So as soon as you pick it up, you are going to notice that the display is awesome, and that is a very big plus point for this phone. Also, with that awesome display, you get Corning Gorilla Glass 6, which is like the cherry on the cake, and it's one of the best features of this phone because now it is much more durable to scratches and even falls. So yeah, it is glass and it might break if you fall it, but it is a more durable glass than other phones out there in the market. So as far as the display goes, it gets a big fat thumbs up from my side. Moving on, at number 4, we have the micro SD card slot. So yeah, this phone does come with a dedicated micro SD card slot, which is awesome because this feature is kind of rare in this price segment. So you can put a micro SD card slot to expand your storage, and that's like one of the best features out there because when you buy a phone in the budget segment, having a dedicated micro SD card slot is kind of a necessity because more often than not you might go with the lower storage option to save some money. Next up, at number 3, we have them cameras, and particularly the dual camera setup at the back side of the phone. I don't like the front camera of this phone, but I'm going to talk about that in my full review. So make sure you hit the subscribe button below and stay tuned because the full review is coming really soon. The rear camera on this phone is really good. You get awesome dynamic range, the detail level is very good, and the overall image quality turns out to be pretty amazing. You can see for yourself from the sample images that this camera performs really well for the price of Rs 13,000. It is comparable to the Redmi Note 6 Pro. I'm not saying it is better than the Note 6 Pro, but it comes really close. Now when we consider low lighting conditions, again this phone performs really well. In fact, I've done a dedicated video about low light photography with the Max Pro M2, and in case you missed that video, then I'll drop a link to it in the I button over here and also in the description box below. So you can go ahead and watch that video to see for yourself that how well this phone performs in low light photography. Okay, so moving on, at number 2 we have the performance. So the Max Pro M2 comes with a Snapdragon 660 processor, and coupled with that you get stock Android. So this is like one of the best combinations out there, and you get awesome performance out of this phone. I have been using it as my daily driver and I have noticed no performance lag whatsoever. So before this I was using the Poco F1, and Poco F1 is very good when it comes to performance because of Snapdragon 845. So that is a flagship level processor, and coming from that I was expecting that I will notice some lag or some issues, but I did not notice any issues, which is awesome. So the software optimization is on point and you'll have a very good time when it comes to performance on this phone. So if you're looking for a good phone that performs well in this price segment, then Max Pro M2 is definitely one of the best candidates out there. Now one thing that I don't like about this phone is that it comes with Android 8.1 Oreo. So it hasn't got the Android Pie update yet, which is kind of disappointing because this phone was launched after Android P was out there. So I hope that Asus will launch the Pie update soon for this device, and we have to keep our fingers crossed for that. Okay, so now it's the time that we all have been waiting for, the number 1 feature of this phone. Let's have a drum roll for that. It's the battery life. Yes, battery life. So this phone is excellent when it comes to battery life. It has a 5000 milliamp hour battery, which is massive, and you can easily get through 1.5 day. In fact, you can get through 2 days as well if you are a normal user. I have been getting a constant screen on time of above 6 hours, which is crazy at this price point, and battery life is definitely one of the best features of this phone. In fact, it's the best feature of this phone, not one of the best. It's like the best feature, and if you want a phone with awesome battery life, then look nowhere else. Go ahead and buy this phone because it performs really well when it comes to the battery life. One sad thing is that you don't get any sort of quick charge support, but I can let that go because the battery life is so good that you might not need to charge it for 2 days. So I can let that slide, and that's not an issue for me. So overall, the Max Pro M2 is an awesome device for the price of rupees 13,000. And if you're considering buying a new phone in that price segment, then you can definitely buy the Max Pro M2 because it won't disappoint you at all. So anyway, that's been it. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that this video helped you out in some way or the other. And if it did, then please let me know about that in the comment section down below. And also hit that like button. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. It would mean the world to me. And also follow me on Instagram because I post some really good pictures over there. My name is Harsh Punjabi, and I'll see you guys in the next one.